afternoon all. Today's topic is the taxonomical hierarchy, that is the lowermost hierarchy we shall know today, that is about the species. The term species is being given by the scientist called as a John Gray, whereas the biological concept of this species is being explained by the scientist called as a Ernest Mayr. Now let's see the definition of species. Species means the group of closely related organisms which can interbreed naturally and produce the fertile offspring. So this is a definition of a species. The group of closely related organisms. So here the organisms which are very closely related, which can interbreed naturally and produces a fertile offspring. Okay, it will produces a offspring which is fertile. So fertile means which can produce a offspring. So that one is called as a fertile offspring, right? Now here we are studying about the lowermost hierarchy, that is species. Here we should write the hierarchy, taxonomical hierarchy. So the topmost it is a kingdom, phylum, class, order, genus and species, right? So here we are discussing about the species. So species, so this is a definition where the organisms can interbreed and produces a fertile offspring. So here there are certain exceptional cases. So we should write here. Now with an example we shall understand this. Okay, so let's take an example of a mule. Okay, the mule, it is a hybrid. Okay, so it is a hybrid produced by crossing the male donkey and female horse. So ಈ mule ಅನ್ನೋದು ಮೇಲ್ ಡಾಂಕಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಫೀಮೇಲ್ ಹಾರ್ಸ್ ನ ಕ್ರಾಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಸೊ ನಮಗೆ ಮ್ಯೂಲ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಒಂದು ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದ another one which is the exact reverse of this, which is known as a henny. In the henny, which is the reverse of this, so here the female donkey has been, okay, so the female donkey has been crossed with the male horse. Okay, so this mule is produced by crossing the donkey and the horse. Okay, the male donkey and the female horse. So this is a symbol of male and this is a symbol of female. Okay, and henry is produced by crossing the female donkey and the male horse. Okay, so this hybrid, what it is produced, so this hybrid are sterile in nature. Okay, now so what it is sterile in nature. So sterile means what? So sterile means those organisms which cannot further produce their offsprings. Okay, so sterile means the organisms which cannot further produce their offspring. So that one it is called as a sterile. Okay, so it is sterile. And also it has been mentioned that so it should be produced naturally. So this mule and the henry, so it is being produced naturally. Okay, so ಇದು naturally crossing ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಏನು ಹೈಬ್ರಿಡ್ ಏನು ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ ಅದು ಸ್ಟೆರೈಲ್ ಕೂಡ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Here we are crossing the two different species. Okay, we are crossing the two different species hybrid. So this hybrid, it is sterile, and this hybrid has been formed from the naturally. Okay, one is mule and another one is a hen. And next, let's take another example here. The another example is tigon and liger. In the tigon and the liger, here the cross is between the tiger and the lioness. Okay, the cross is between male, okay, that is male tiger, and the female lioness. And in the liger, it is a cross between the lion and the tigress. Okay, so tigon annadu male tiger ಮತ್ತೆ female lion cross ಮಾಡಿ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇ liger ಅನ್ನೋದು male lion ಮತ್ತೆ female tiger ಇಂದ cross ಆಗಿ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. So now this two, that is tigon and the liger, are the hybrid now, as like in mule and hen, right? So now this has been produced, this tigon and the liger. So it is fertile in nature. Okay, exact opposite of this. So this is sterile, whereas this is fertile. And so this is being produced naturally ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. So this hybrid is being formed by the captivity. Okay, so hybrid is formed by the captivity. Naturally ಆಗಿರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, forcefully against the law of nature by the captivity, this two species is being produced. So this tigon and liger is being formed by the two different species. So here it is fertile. Okay, again it can reproduce further, and it is not naturally occurring. So this is occurring in the form of a captivity. Okay, so we have learned what is this species, the definition of a species, and who gave the term of a species, and its and the scientist who gave the biological term, right? And with the exception of a mule, any tigon and the liger we have learned now, right? Now we should see some of the example of this species. Okay, so here for the species example of a plant, let's take a mango, that is Magnifera indica. Okay, Magnifera indica. So this is a genus name and this is a species name. So here this is a one species. Okay, so in the human, so it is Homo sapiens. Okay, what it is? It is Homo sapiens. So this is another example. So it is of a plant, that is mango, and for the animals we have to cover one example, that is of human being, that is Homo sapiens. So it is an example of a species, right? Next, in the taxonomical hierarchy, the lowermost, that is species. The organisms which come under the species are very closely related. So here the organisms in species are very closely related. Okay, ತುಂಬಾ close ಆಗಿ relate ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. So it can interpret, so it can live together. So all this and it looks very similar to each other. So that is what, in this species the organisms are very closely related. As we go up in this hierarchy, okay, so genus, order, class, family, kingdom, ಹೀಗೆ ನಾವು hierarchy, the topmost hierarchy ಇಂದ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ, so here that is the closeness of an organism it will differ a lot. Okay, so as we move upper in the hierarchy, the closeness. Okay, so the closeness of organisms differ as we move upper in taxonomical hierarchy. Okay, so now hierarchy nalli so hogta so species anta ಬಂದ ತಕ್ಷಣ the organisms are very closely related. If we go from species to genus, there will be a slight difference. Okay, there will be slight difference. Likewise, as we move upper and upper in the hierarchy, so there will be more difference in the organism. So in this class, we have learned about what is species and with the exceptional cases. So there are two exceptional cases. One was which is sterile and naturally occurred, and another one which is fertile and the hybrid is produced by the captivity, right? And here are the two examples. Okay, about one we took about the plant and another we took in the animals. So in this species is nothing but the organisms. Okay, the organisms are very closely related, which can interbreed naturally, and also it produces a fertile offspring. So this was all about the first taxonomical hierarchy about the species. In the next class, we shall learn about the genus. Okay, we shall learn about the genus.